Should you or should you not allow pets into your rental property? I just got this question asked to me the other day, and many people have asked it in the past. I'll tell you guys what I do. Although there is no right answer, I'm going to also outline the pros and cons. We're in Houston right now, walking our new 56-unit crazy property here. It starts down there.
We got a lot of billion-dollar man.
We're going to start with the pros because there's definitely a lot more cons to letting pet owners rent your properties. Pro number one is I like pets, so I have nothing against them. I want people to own pets. I'm actively engaged with people that adopt pets. I hope that they adopt as many pets as possible and keep pets out of the streets and into good homes. But that's not always the best case for being a landlord because the cons don't end. Another pro is that you could charge more rent. There's something called pet fees, which are extremely common in multifamily complexes and even single families. You have to set up what type of pet it is. You have to sign up an application. There's websites that underwrite pets and let people know if they're safe or not safe to have at the property. And then you could charge pet fees like $25 extra a month, $50 a month, and a pet deposit. I've seen those deposits as high as $500, non-refundable. There's a couple more pros. I'm going to break them out quickly right now. One is that it's going to be easier for you to rent to people with pets because it's going to be easier to rent out your apartment. A lot of people have pets, and those who don't, both are going to come to your apartment, so you're going to get the highest and best rent by allowing people with pets to rent there. Number two is that people are eventually going to have pets almost in every scenario. So if you rent to them knowing that they have pets or you catch them with pets, it's easier to rent to them up front rather than once you catch them trying to charge them more rent. Let's go into the cons. Con number one, pets bark, make noises, they don't stop, they're going to drive other tenants crazy if you're in a multifamily or mixed-use property. Con number two, pets scratch things, break things, damage things, and the tenant doesn't own the property, so they most likely won't care, and they'll leave and leave you with that mess. Con number three, pets poop and pee, and you just don't want that. You know, it's just another thing to deal with as a landlord and more headaches that you just don't want on your plate. Con number four, pets can be dangerous. If somebody comes in with a 100-pound Rottweiler that says it's the sweetest thing in the world, you might agree, you might love Rottweilers, and they might be the sweetest thing in the world, but that Rottweiler gets a little crazy with one person, you're probably going to have a lawsuit on your hands and a big headache and something bad happened at your property, which is another thing as a landlord that you don't want to deal with. Another con that people don't think about when renting to pet owners, specifically in multifamily, this doesn't go for single family, is that it will deter other people from renting out other units. If you're showing a unit and there's just a dog barking non-stop from the second that your potential tenant got there to the second they leave, do you think they're going to want to live in that house or apartment complex, whatever? The answer is probably no. So there's clearly more cons than there are pros, or the cons outweigh the pros. Now, what I do, I let people come in with certain pets or up to a certain size. I've had pit bulls kill other dogs at my properties. I've had golden retrievers even scratch somebody at the property and that led to a lawsuit. I've had Dobermans attack people at properties. All things that you don't want to deal with and that I've learned through mistakes. Now, if somebody signs up to the property and they have 3 little Chihuahuas or 3 pit bulls, it will decide whether they get the apartment or not. I'd rather rent to the person with 3 Chihuahuas than 3 pit bulls. If it's a mixed-use property and they're above other tenants and they're sharing a space that has a common area, I typically don't allow more than 1 dog or a bird. That's it, because they're sharing the space with other people and we have to acknowledge that other people are living there and they want to live comfortably as well. That's what I do. I hope you guys can make your decision based on watching this. It's not rocket science, just break it down simply. If you have a single family rental, it makes it much easier. Multifamily and mixed use gets a little bit more difficult. Anyway, I love animals. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Share this with somebody that owns rental properties. Until next time, peace.